Welcome to the inaugural edition of the Fifth Quarter Show Seasons, a new feature that will come out every Tuesday during the CFL offseason. The aim of Seasons, along with a second feature every Thursday called Legends, is going to be more than just about epic wins and losses or heroic figures, victories or failures of the Tiger Cats. It'll be a celebration of what this football team, our football team, means to fans and the city of Hamilton. So join me as we step into the past and reminisce about the lore of the black and gold. And of course, we'll have to start here. It's only natural to begin Seasons from the very start of the Hamilton Tiger Cats' remarkable timeline. Tracing the CFL team's family tree back to its roots will take us to the 19th century. City of Hamilton, with a population of fewer than 50,000 people, had incorporated in 1846. And that same year, the Hamilton Spectator first started publishing. Rugby football, as it was called back then, was brought to Canada by British immigrants in the early 1860s. And the first recorded game was played in Toronto, just west of Queen's Park and Ontario's Parliament Building on November 9th, 1861. As the sport began to grow in popularity, some people in Hamilton took notice and talked about forming a football club. And so they did. A tiny ad was placed in the Hamilton Spectator on November 3rd, 1869 that read, quote, "Those who have enrolled their names as members and all others who are desirous of doing so are requested to meet tomorrow evening in the room of George Lee's fruit store at 7:30 sharp for the purpose of organizing a club." Problem was, the ad was supposed to run in the November 2nd edition of the Spec, the day before. Nevertheless, on the night of Wednesday, November 3rd, 1869, a group of people met in a room above George Lee's fruit store at 6 King Street West at James Street North. It's currently occupied by the outdoor stairs that take you to the second level of Jackson Square. Now, the group ended their meeting by agreeing to form the Hamilton Football Club, including the naming of founding president Jewel Dunstan. Their work wasn't done there, because 46 days later, they actually played. On Saturday, December 18th, 1869, the Hamilton Football Club played its first game. The new club challenged the 13th Battalion, now known as the iconic Royal Hamilton Light Infantry, on the Hamilton Maple Leaf baseball grounds. That field was located near what is now Central Elementary School, behind the parking lot at City Hall in downtown Hamilton. No score was reported from the game. The club would hold practices and play games on Wednesdays and Saturdays during their inaugural season. And word is, the players earned $21.75 that first season. On October 18th, 1873, the Hamilton Football Club became known as the Tigers for the first time in a game against the Toronto Argonauts, while dressed in black and yellow uniforms. Much of the history of football in Canada is a bit murky, but we do know the Hamilton Tigers were one of the founding clubs that played in the ORFU, the Ontario Rugby Football Union. And the OFRU was founded on January 6th, 1883, and it included the Hamilton Tigers, the Toronto Football Club, and the Ottawa Football Club. And in 1890, the Tigers won our city's first championship when they topped Queen's University 8-6 in the OFRU final. Now, football in Hamilton was born more than 150 years ago, but what exactly did rugby football evolve into the Canadian game that we know and love today? And how did the Tigers become the Tiger Cats? Well, those questions are going to be answered, and many more interesting and fun stories will be uncovered in future episodes of the Fifth Quarter Show Seasons, every Tuesday on this channel during the CFL offseason. And don't forget to join me every Thursday for the Fifth Quarter Show Legends. I'll look back at the most iconic players, coaches, and builders in Ticats history. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and tell your friends to do the same. Until next time, Oski Wee Wee.